Okay, so I think most people are coming. There's still a couple coming, but I'll get started. So, as I said, my name is David Henty. I was actually in charge of the training program for Archer, the previous service. We've now transitioned to Archer2, and you'll notice we're doing quite a lot of these virtual tutorials. That's because, of course, in the current situation, we can't do online training. We have to do online training. We can't do face-to-face training, and we want to try and keep the community up to date with what's going on. So we're doing more of these than we'd originally planned, but I hope they're useful. But today's talk is going to be given by my colleague Juan, who's running the training program for Archer2, and he's going to just give you an overview of what we're planning and what to expect in the coming year. So I'll pass over to Juan now for his presentation.
Cool. Thanks, David, for the introduction. So yeah, my name is Juan, and yeah, I will present our plans for the ARCHER2 training. This is what I plan to cover. First, explain the role of EPCC in training over the last years. After that, give an overview of the ARCHER2 training, some highlights and the course plans for the first year, the 2021, and then finish with a summary. So EPCC have around 100 staff, and 50% of this staff is involved in short capacity in training. Over the past 25 years, we have run training for the national HPC services. The last example is Archer, that we committed to run the 72 days of training per year since 2013, and this is a total of 446.5 days, around 200 courses. Also, EPCC is a praise training center since 2012, and also participates in the content and outreach subcommittees of the ACM SIG-HPC education chapter. Normally, we attend the supercomputing conference in the US and the ISC conference in Germany, and we deliver tutorials and workshops. Another thing is that we also offer a free online supercomputing MOOC on Future Learn that has been completed by almost 1,000 people. And also we teach in hands-on courses at 9 international HPC summer schools since 2010, and also in the HPC autumn academies in Cambridge from 2011. Also, we are involved in academia. We have 3 postgraduate programs at the University of Edinburgh. We have the MSc in HPC since 2001, and also we have an MSc in HPC with data science since 2014. Both of them will be fully available, fully online from September this year. And also we have another program that is a university-wide online data science, technology, and innovation. In total, we have 300 postgraduate people are trained in the RSC skills. Also, I would like to highlight 2 past publications about education. The first one is done by Claire Barras and David Henty, that was presented in Cray User Group in 2017, and talks about the novel approaches to HPC user engagement. And the other one is related to an HPC certification program that Veronica, one of PCC staff, is one of the co-authors of that publication. And regarding collaborations, we collaborate with the Dirac National HPC Service. For example, last week virtual tutorial was a collaboration with them. Also, we collaborate with the centers of excellence, like a ARCHER2 Center, the Alan Turing Institute, PRAISE, SSI, the Carpentries. Also, we collaborate with the VIHPS Institute. One of the courses, the performance analysis workshop, is delivered by them. Also, we have collaborations with vendors, Cray, Intel, AMD, ARM, and NVIDIA, HPE, and code developers and leading HPC projects like BioXR2, Intertwine, etc. Code developers, VAPS, CASTAP, CP2K, CodeSaturn, Unified Model, etc. So now let's focus on the Archer training, the highlights. So first, let's talk about the scope of a mission. Training is a function inside the computational science and engineering service. This service is run by EPCC. So for ARCHER2 training, we'll provide a rich and diverse program of training that will be responsible to the user's needs. We are committed to run the 60 days of training per year around the UK, and also this training is assessed through a quality management system. As David mentioned before, we face two challenges for the beginning of this training program. The first one is the COVID-19 outbreak, that we cannot deliver face-to-face courses, and the workaround is that all courses will be delivered online until the situation gets better regarding the pandemic. And another challenge that we face is the delay on the ARCHER2 hardware. That is delay until later this year. The workaround is we will use Archer in the meantime. Also good news is thanks to Cray HPE, EPCC will have a remote access to a Cray SASTA system, and we can start developing new material, and we will be in a good fit once that the ARCHER2 hardware is available to start with the delivering the courses regarding ARCHER2. So for the online courses, we will use the same platform as we are using now, Blackboard Collaborate. We have tested this platform. We have seen that the platform can cope with more than 100 attendees. All course materials will be available via GitHub. Also, we will use Etherpad. That Etherpad is a collaborative document that the attendees can edit in real time. And all of these online sessions will be recorded, and the video will be available afterwards in the YouTube channel. Some innovations of this program is we will offer the ARCHER2 access before the courses. This will help for external trainers to prepare and check the material, and also for attendees if they want to try their own code or they want to get familiarized with Archer before the course. Also, we'll leave some weeks after, once the course is done, for the attendees the attendees will still have access to the machine, to ARCHER2. Another innovation is we will have a follow-up virtual consultancy session 1 month after the course, and this will help for the attendees in case that they have any questions or they have any issues, that they can talk to the instructor and get more information about that. This is an important point that EPCC and the ARCHER2 team focus a lot is the accessibility and diversity. To address these important points, the course, for example, the course materials will be available on the web page with at least 1 day in advance, in case that the attendees wants to print the slides or wants to modify them. The building, when face-to-face courses are available again, the building and the room will be accessible for those who cannot use the stairs. Also for the instructors, we will use a microphone, and we will try to find rooms that have a heating induction loop. If not, we can provide a portable one if needed. Also, the ARCHER2 website follows the Web Content Accessibility Guidelines, level AA. And another important point is that in the ARCHER2 website is available a diversity and inclusion policy that promote a welcoming and positive learning environment on all of courses. Inside that policy, we can find the ARCHER2 Code of Conduct that is based on the Carpentries Code of Conduct. For feedback, we address the feedback that we get in the post-course questionnaires. Normally, we have a meeting after once the course is done, and we discuss with the instructor the possible issues that we could have and the aspects that we can improve for next runs of the course. And also we get the feedback from the annual ARCHER2 user survey and the training impact survey. Also, an important point is the training program is tailored to the user needs. So to get help to tailor that program, we will have an ARCHER2 user training forum and an ARCHER2 training panel. So the idea of the ARCHER2 training user forum is to get feedback from HPC users for the courses that are interesting to have in the program, and the aspects that we should address for next years. So we will set up this training user forum soon, and the members will be one nominated member per our core consortia, and also we will have user community members from the HPC training. And once that we have this input, we will elaborate the program, and that program will be approved by the ARCHER2 training panel. So the functions of this training panel is approve each annual program, and also check that the course topics, course levels, and the geographic distribution of the program is in a good fit. The panel members we have a external chair is Joe Lampard from UCL in the UK. And also we have another 6 members from the UK and overseas, Sweden, US, and Australia. So let's talk about the course plan for this upcoming year that starts actually today. And for the course levels, we will have, as we had in Archer, we will have 3 levels. We will have an introductory course, intermediate, and advanced courses. The introductory courses, you don't need a strong knowledge of HPC or strong programming skills, so only some basic computer literacy. For intermediate courses, you need some knowledge on programming, either C, Fortran, Python, or running parallel applications of HPC systems. For the advanced courses, yes, you need some knowledge about parallel programming. Also, this is a quite important point of the training program for Archer 2. We have identified three main groups of users: package users, developers, and data scientists. And we have elaborated a plan for this specific for these three groups of users. The first group is package users. So normally they use centrally installed software on the supercomputer on Archer 2. Also, we have another group that is developers that normally they develop their own code. And the third group is data scientists that they can use data science packages, or so they can use data processing frameworks such as Spark. So here in this diagram, we can see the journeys that a user can do, depending if it's a data scientist, a developer, or a package users. Some of them could benefit from courses HPC carpentry, data carpentry, software carpentry, and others can jump to the specific Archer courses that could be a package use on Archer 2, data science on Archer 2, or development or Archer 2. Also, we have intermediate and advanced courses and the virtual tutorials. So let's talk more about each course. The first level we have the carpentries. So the carpentries is the idea of the carpentries is to teach computational and data science skills from a foundational level. The methodology of teaching these lessons is different. The teaching is evidence-based through examples and live coding. And the courses that we offer from the carpentries are software carpentry and data carpentry. EPCC have several staff that are certified instructors in software and data carpentry, and we are involved in some way with the carpentries. Other courses that are carpentries based are the HPC carpentry and the Archer 2 specific ones. So let's talk about the Archer 2 specific courses. We have the package use on Archer 2 that is a 1 day where we teach essentials of the Archer 2 service and how to use the software packages that are installed on Archer 2 and how to make an efficient use of them. We have another course that is a development on Archer 2 that will be 2 days, and well, there is the application development environment on Archer 2, also the libraries that a developer can use, and the debugging and profiling tools. These courses will be both online and well, and face-to-face when it is allowed. Also, we have a course specific for the data scientists called Data Science on Archer 2, where we teach the essentials of Archer 2 and data science packages that could be R, Pandas, and also data handling best practices on Archer 2. Intermediate courses related to data science are data analytics with HPC and data analysis using Python. Also, we will have a package specific courses that well, one of them will be introduction to lamps. 2 days ago started the first day. The recordings are already available on YouTube, and the next Monday will be the second day of that course. Also, we have other courses like Introduction to Code as a Term, Introduction to Unified Model, and a 2-day course of simulations with the CP2K and GrowMax. That the first day will be an introduction, and the second day will be more advanced use of these two packages. Regarding intermediate and advanced courses, we have for the intermediate ones, we have understanding package performance. We have containers for HPC, and we will have as well MPI and OpenMP. For the advanced courses, we have performance optimization on the AMD processors that ARCHER2 will feature, and the efficient use of the Cray-Shasta system ARCHER2, and another course regarding the performance analysis. For this first quarter, May, June, July, we'll have these courses planned. We have an introduction to lamps. We have message passing programming with MPI that will start next week. We have an HPC Carpentry scheduled for June. We don't know yet dates, but yeah, will be announced soon on the web page. And also we have the containers for HPC that is full. There is a waiting list. Also, we have virtual tutorials that the regular slot is Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Sometimes could be on 11 a.m. or other time. It depends on the availability of the speaker. And the idea here is to share HPC topics that could be intermediate and advanced. The recordings of these virtual tutorials will be available in the ARCHER2 YouTube channel. So the schedule for the virtual tutorials are next week we have an ARCHER2 spectrum of support. Also the week after we have a virtual tutorial delivered by Piero. Piero, this is a collaboration with the HPC Europa 3 program. Piero was a past visitor, and he will explain the research that he have done thanks to this program on a supercomputer. Also, we have another virtual tutorial about the ARCHER2 ECSC. That is the first course is scheduled later at the end of May. And we have another virtual tutorial about ARCHER2 outreach. Future ones will be can be found in that on the ARCHER2 webpage. Also, this is new for this program. We will have self-service courses that in case that you are not able to attend to either a face-to-face course or an online course, you can do this course whenever you want. And the plans for these courses, we will have shared memory programming with OpenMP available from September, and message passing programming with MPI available from 1st of February. Also, we will have for several previous Archer courses, we will have full recordings available online. And these self-service courses are in addition with the 60 days of scheduled training that I mentioned before. And as we have on Archer, we will keep with the driving test. The idea is there is some online training material regarding HPC and Archer 2. And once that you read and study that material, you can do a test. This test there will be three different versions depending if you want to do the developer, data scientist, of package user test. And yeah, we will start this with this test once that Archer 2 is available. And so yeah, that's the idea. And also is with this test you can is a fast and easier way to get access to Archer 2 in order to prepare for future calls or to test your code and see if Archer 2 fits for your research. So this is the summary, the key points we have taken into account different tracks depending of the package users, the developers, or data scientists, depending on the group that you belong. We have improved accessibility and inclusivity on HPC training. The program is flexible and responsive to users' needs. So we will have a user training forum and training panel to get the help for that. We will collaborate with the community, providing internationally recognized leadership in the HPC and data science training community. And we will offer diversity in the subject areas, pedagogical approaches, and delivery mechanisms. And this training program is open to all UK researchers. So yeah, the ARCHER2 training plan has the aims of the two main aims are to address the needs of our users and enable them to make an efficient use of the ARCHER2 as soon as it is available. As I mentioned before, next virtual tutorial will be next week on Wednesday at 3 p.m. about ARCHER2 spectrum of support, and to keep update about next virtual tutorials, courses, etc. You can keep an eye on the website. Also, you can subscribe to the ARCHER2 mailing list, where you can find further info in the website. And also, we have a Twitter account that you can follow. We tweet next virtual tutorials. So yeah, that's me. Thank you so much for attending. And if you have any questions, please feel free to write them on the chat or speak. Thank you.
So I appreciate there's quite a few things up in the air. Why I mentioned the two major challenges we've had, which are obviously the lockdown, COVID-19, and also the delay in the Archer installation of the ARCHER2 hardware. But I'd be very happy to take people's questions, comments, or input about the training program. So I said, we're happy to. So just out of interest, the technology we use for delivering the courses online is exactly this technology we're using now, Collaborate. So so we try and use the same platform for all our online training to minimize the learning curve. But we're happy to stay online, see if anyone has any questions. Okay, Andrew's asked why the first course is limited to 20, why restriction for online? That's a very good question, and we were actually discussing this yesterday. I think the issue with that course is it's new, and they are anticipating that because it's a new course, they'll need to do more support. It's quite interactive, people installing stuff, doing stuff themselves, and so there could potentially quite a big support effort on that. But we are planning to run it again shortly afterwards. So I appreciate that is. I mean, I'm running the online MPI course next week, and I'm happy to take quite probably 35 or 40 people. It won't be an issue, but because it's A, new, and B, quite personal and potentially interactive, and things need to be done while people are working and systems set up, that was our issue. But it has proved extremely popular, so we are and Juan can comment, but we do definitely have another run planned, and we may run it earlier if that's going to be useful to people. So we had always planned to run some of the courses online, but not all of them. So for example, containers was not a course we planned to run online. It was meant to be people in a room working together, and so we've transitioned it to running online, obviously in the current climate. But unfortunately, that it's all been done at quite short notice. So we felt we should restrict the numbers for the first course. But it will be available. All material will be available after the course. All the exercises, videos, and slides. Some time after the course is delivered, when we've had time to process videos and such like, they will be available online. So if there are any other questions, thanks everyone for attending, and we'll stop the recording now, and then hopefully we'll see some of you around in some of the future training sessions. So